Hey guys, welcome to Fluid Wellbeing. My name is Gunnar Emery. Thank you guys for joining me today. We're going to be doing a short low back sequence to open up the space in the lumbar spine today. Now, most of the time the culprit is actually tight hamstrings or really tight psoas region, so in the upper left and right thighs respectively. So we will need a few props today, just one strap. If you don't have one of these yoga straps, I'd highly recommend getting one. No worries though, if you need, you can always just use a long jacket, a long piece of clothing, a scarf, or maybe some pants, okay? So just a strap for props. Let's go ahead and find ourselves on the back with the knees bent. Soles of the feet will come flat onto the mat like so. And just kind of wiggle your way down, scooting the back of the tailbone towards the back of the heels. For our starting position, let's have those palms open towards the sky. And go ahead and close your eyes. Let's take about 5 smooth, deep, long breaths in and out. Using the breath to draw ourselves into this moment. Inhaling fresh energy, fresh prana, fresh life force. Exhaling any stress, tension, worries, fears, or doubts. Let them go. Taking one more smooth, deep, long breath in through the nose. Open mouth release. Good. Continue this smooth, rhythmic breath as we start to move. Go ahead and flip the palms now to face down. Scoot the tailbone a little bit closer to the back of the heels. Use those palms down for our grounding exercise. On a breath in, drive the heels down into the mat. Lift, inhale, the hips up towards the sky. Exhale, just one vertebrae at a time. See if you can release the hips and the spine back down to the ground. Tucking the tailbone at the last minute. Energetically widen the sit bones as you set them back down. Inhale, drive and lift the hips up. Exhale, softly, gently release back down. Three more times. Inhale, wave-like motion as you lift up. Exhale, releasing just one vertebrae down at a time. Two more times. Inhale, lift. Using those palms for extra support. Exhale, release back down. One more time. Inhale to lift and drive up. Exhale, wave-like motion as you release back down. Pause here a few moments, few breaths, just to allow the spine to resettle and realign. Go ahead, blink the eyes open, find your strap or your article of clothing. I'm going to go ahead and use the strap today. We'll start on the right side and we'll straighten the right leg up to the sky. Interlace the strap around the sole of the right foot. And let's start with that left knee bent just to start out, and if we want to deepen or intensify the stretch later on, we can straighten the left leg. So keeping that left knee bent, let's put a nice flex in the right foot. And really keep the shoulders soft on the ground. So that's what the props are for. There's not a whole lot of tension in my wrists. It's really a soft grip. With that foot flexed, straighten the leg as best as you can, and then point the toes up to the sky. Flex the foot, and then point the foot. Flex, and point. One more time, flex, and point. And then flex the foot. Pause here, hug the leg in just an inch or two closer to the face. Close the eyes. Let's spend about 8 breaths here. Breathing up and down the back of the right hamstring, the right calf, into the sole of that right foot especially, into the plantar fascia. Really smooth, rhythmic breaths just to calm the nervous system down. For the last couple breaths here, feel free if you'd like to straighten that left leg out in front of you. Make sure you keep a flex in the left foot if you do. Take one more breath in. Exhale, rebend the left knee first. Set the left sole of the foot on the ground, and then rebend the right knee. Take your time. Set the right sole of the foot on the ground, and switch sides. Interlace the strap or your article of clothing underneath the sole of the left foot. Find a nice comfortable grip. Let the shoulders melt and contour to the ground. Let's pause with a straight leg and we'll flex and point the foot and then bring the toes back towards the face. Point the foot and then bring the toes back towards the face. Once more, point and flex. Pause here, hug the leg a little bit closer into the face. Let that grip soften, close the eyes, let the face soften. Let's spend just about 8 breaths here. Breathing up and down the back of the left hamstring. Left calf into the sole of that left foot, into that plantar fascia in the bottom of the foot. You can get especially tense. Just for the last couple breaths here, feel free to straighten that right leg out in front of you. Make sure to keep a flex in the right foot if you do. Take one more breath in. Exhale, rebend that right knee first. Set the sole of the right foot down. Bend the knee into the chest. And let's go ahead and set the strap or your prop back off to the side. Bend both knees in the chest now. Give yourself a nice squeeze. If the back is already talking to you, you can just take the back a little bit lower down. But let's pause here for a second. Let's offer some gratitude, some love to our body for doing this work today. Thanking it for taking you through your day-to-day process. And keeping the right knee hugged into the chest, let's straighten the left leg out in front of us. Apanasana, knee to chest pose. Interlace the fingers around the knee. Let's keep a flex in both feet just to keep the energy within the body. Go ahead. Return, close the eyes, find that smooth, rhythmic breath. And really just empty yourself here. Empty thoughts, empty ideas. Surrender into the posture. Just about one more breath in. Exhale, rebend the left knee into the chest. Pause, give yourself a soft squeeze. Again, acknowledging and respecting and honoring the body for this work. Keep the left knee hugged into the chest, right foot will straighten out. Keep a nice flex in both feet, keep the energy within the body. Let's pause, soften the body, let it melt into the ground. It's a fantastic stretch for getting into that psoas region, which happens to attach to the lower lumbar vertebrae, that lower spine. A lot of times when we're sitting or standing all day, these muscles really start to talk to us. Sending your breath, sending your intention into that upper hip crease, wherever you feel that sensation. Very nice. Take one more breath in. Exhale, rebend the knees back into the chest. We'll take our thread the needle posture now. Right foot will lower to the mat. Left foot's going to cross on top of the thigh. And let's go ahead and hug the right knee into the chest. And today let's just interlace the fingers behind the right hamstring. Again, flex in both feet to protect the knee and ankle joint, and also to keep that energy or prana within the body. Just taking about 5 breaths here. Send that breath, send that intention into the left hip. You can just creatively imagine a lung there into the left hip. You're just breathing here. We'll just take a little bit of imagination before you actually start to feel that release occur. Inhale, exhale to release the interlace, set that left foot on the ground, pause with both feet on the ground, find a couple breaths, couple moments, and then switch sides. Right foot will cross, hug the left knee into the chest, interlace behind the left hamstring. Nice flex in both feet. Let the body rest. Surrender into your thread the needle posture. Send your breath, send your intention into that right hip. Creatively imagining that lung. And really just give yourself permission to surrender and let go. Take one more smooth breath in. Exhale, release, and set both feet back on the ground. Again, taking a moment Let the spine realign. And then toe heel the feet out just about mat's distance apart. And let the knees hug in towards each other. Arms are now going to stretch overhead. Just keep a nice soft bend in the elbows. Let the heart and the chest open the sky. And we'll take some smooth windshield wipers here. So letting the legs fall down over to the left. And down over to the right. And down over to the left. And down over to the right. Just taking about 30 seconds here to yourself. At your own pace, at your own rhythm. Feel free to stay in one spot, one area that feels really nice in the body. And on your next inhale, let's find ourselves back with the knees bent, hugging in towards each other. Pause here, just a few breaths. And then let's finish in a brief Shavasana, final resting pose. Straighten those legs out in front of you. Let the arms again rest by the sides, palms face up. Take one large breath in through the nose. Open mouth, release. What might feel nice in Shavasana is setting a little pillow or a bolster underneath the knees, especially if the back is still talking to you. That'll really ease the tension here. Otherwise, let's just take a minute. Close the eyes, surrender. Let go of everything. And enjoy final resting pose. Eterehilo endorehina utuliam sono me marva alleluia Tanamo Meta. And to add some sensation, some wiggles back into the fingertips, back into the toes. When you feel ready, use the strength of your arms to push back into a comfortable seated position. Taking your time, allowing the full benefit of your yoga practice to take its full effect. Meeting in that seated position, eyes closed, hands will come into heart center, bowing the chin in honor of your yoga practice today. I thank you all for joining me. Namaste. Well done, you guys. I hope to see you next week for our next video series.